Welcome back. Now, the Ministry of Sports, Youth and National Service, in collaboration with the Ministry of Information and Communication Technology, will be welcoming back the participants who represented Namibia with dignity and perseverance at the Paralympic 2024 under the banner, the RUN's Nationhood and National Pride program, fondly known as My Namibia, My Country, My Pride. Now, Manuel, the Director of Sport in the Ministry of Sport, Youth and National Service, accompanied by Shasimana Uugulu, who is a Deputy Director for Production in the Ministry of Information and Communication Technology, now join me in studio to talk about this initiative. Good morning to you both and welcome to GMN.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Madam Director, let me perhaps start with you. Let's talk about how the Ministry of Sport, Youth and National Service feels about the performance and the achievements possibly made at the Paralympic 2024.
Thank you, colleague, for the question. As a ministry, we are delighted and we are happy and we are proud. And we have always been saying that when it comes to sport, people with disabilities are the ones making us more proud. And they've just proven it once again. We are returning with these medals, the 2 medals. We were at the Olympics. That's another case on its own. But today we are talking about the Paralympians. As a ministry and as a government, we are very happy that indeed, with all sport dreams, the accolade is to be on the podium at the Paralympics or Olympics. And Lahia, Sam, together with their coach, Coach Leto, they made that possible and they made us proud.
Okay. Now, Shasimana, people will be wondering, why is MICT getting involved? What is your business here? What is your interest, and possibly what are you doing to ensure that we are promoting the achievements of Namibian athletes? And why is that important?
Yes, thank you so much, Lord, for the question. First of all, allow me to express my heartfelt congratulations to Lahia Ishtile and Sam Shimbanda for such an awesome performance at the Paralympics. As MICT, we are in the business of information sharing, and we are running the National Pride program. And if you have noticed on our platform, we've been creating hype and updating the nation in real time with regard to the success and the achievement of our athletes in at the Paralympics Games. This is because we are trying to use sport is one of those elements to build or to build and to promote national pride and unity. And when we have our athletes winning at the international stages, this brings so much joy to us as Namibians. And it also promotes that sense of patriotism among our citizens when you see our flag is being hoisted and is being flown high, and you have our athletes and our anthem being sung on these international stages. So to us as MICT, we are really excited to be part of this project of welcoming our athletes back home. And as you have asked, what have you been doing? We really have been trying to coordinate with the Ministry of Sport and the National Namibia Sport Commission. Late last month, we just launched we coordinated and we launched the supporters jersey. Now, this is a first for Namibia, because when we have been supporting our teams, we normally didn't have a sport jersey, a fan jersey, where we are just there really just to say we are Namibian fans and we are proud of our teams. We would go there wearing different sport jerseys, but now we have that common supporters jersey where we can then rally together as Namibian fans and support our people, our athletes. So again, it's also a first to say, when you look at our athletes now wearing our national colors, they have this My Namibia, My Country logo on their attires. Is again part of the Nationhood, the National Pride project, to say let's use sport is one of those key elements to promote national pride. And we are here really just to support that.
Brilliant. Madam Director, let's talk about how this campaign, My Namibia, My Country, My Pride, has contributed to athletes' preparation, specifically in this time around the Paralympians that, are making us proud.
This is a very, very, very important project. And from the onset, when the teams are leaving, there's a term that we say that they are on national duty. They are on national duty when they are sent off, and they will all be on national duty until we have received them, and that is going to happen today. Until tomorrow, they will still be on national duty. So when these athletes of ours went, they did not go as the Ministry of Sport. They did not go as Namibia Paralympic Committee. They went as Namibia. That's why they were given the flag, and that's why the flag was raised there. And this is part of the nationhood pride, that these people are on national duty, doing it for the nation. Not for the Ministry of Sport, not for the Sport Commission, but for the nation. And they all know that this is for the nation.
Indeed, after all, it says it's the national anthem of Namibia that was sang and not the other anthem. Now, Deputy Director, let's talk about those plans that the ministry have to further support and promote Paralympians, beyond this achievement that we've had in France, but Paralympics in general, or para-athletes in general. What are some of the initiatives that you have, perhaps building on this success that Namibia has attained?
Yeah, so far, what we are doing now is really, we are preparing to welcome our team home, Team Namibia home, which is, they are arriving, as the director said, they are arriving today in the evening, 8:30, and they are going to be received officially by the Deputy Minister of Sports, Honorable Emma Kantema. So really, we want to mobilize our people to say, on Thursday, when they are going to be a parade, we want them to come out in numbers, and we are doing this through our platform to say, let's encourage and mobilize our people to really line up in Independence Avenue to welcome our team back, because they did us proud. The last time, this is the third time we are receiving a gold, and really, it's a major achievement for us as a country. And in terms of content creation, through the National Pride Program, we intend that we are going to be producing short clips featuring Lahia Ishtile and her guide, and all the other athletes that participated, just so that they speak about their experiences. Again, we are doing this because we want to promote national pride. We want to tell our own stories, the experiences, and how they feel being the ambassadors of this country, representing Namibia on that international stage. So really, this is what we are looking at, because we are in business of communication, and we just really want to mobilize our people. But what is important is that, as Namibians, what is it that you can do yourself to promote the principles or the spirit of My Namibia, My Country, My Pride? Because this program, when it was launched in 2011, it's really about individual and collective responsibility as citizens. Now, you remember that we used to be number one. Windhoek used to be number one as the cleanest city in Africa. Now, as individuals, through our little actions, we can ensure that we reclaim this position through this program. You can do to say, I'm not going to throw out trash. You are driving, and then people are just throwing out trash. When we came to this side of the red line some years ago, there were no trash between Tsumeb or Oshivero to Windhoek, because people were so much educated to say you don't throw out things. But now you notice that when you are driving, there are a lot of trash thrown out. But we can do better as Namibians to reclaim our position as the cleanest country in Africa through our own individual actions, such as just to say, I'm not going to throw out trash, for example.
My Namibia, My Country, My Campaign is not only applicable to one circumstance, but to a whole large of activities.
100%.
Okay. Now, Madam Joan, let's talk about how the ministry intends to build on this momentum created by the performance that we saw now in Olympics, in Paris, and to perhaps possibly encourage more youth with disabilities to be able to participate.
The minister has given directive that we need to prepare better. Before we send off the Olympic team, it was only 4 people, and after they came back, we were all called, all of us involved in sport, asked the ministry, Sport Commission, and NOC, and the strategy is that let us make sure that we prepare now for Los Angeles, and that is what we are going to do. You see, people are having the youth games in Shakati starting today. If you look at the theme, it says the next to Los Angeles and beyond. So we are very serious that this was the last time that there was 4 people representing Namibia at the Olympics. And for Paralympics, we want to better it. And we are going to start now for the Los Angeles and beyond. One of the things that we are advised to come up with is a nurturing strategy. Nurturing strategy where we will see, like, we are going to be in Oshakati now. Those athletes that are outstanding, let's identify them and nurture them towards Los Angeles. We have athletes that are doing very well, but they just disappear. And this is what we have to do if we want to be on the podium. We cannot start 2 days or a year before the games. We need to prepare for a year. There's Commonwealth where you test the team. There's African Games where you test the team. And when Los Angeles come, you know exactly who's going to be at the podium.
Brilliant. So does this mean that the inclusion of people, especially young athletes with disabilities, will be also a center focus for the games that are happening in Oshana?
Yes. Visual, because this is for Region 5, and visual athletics is part of Region 5. So they are part of the youth games that side. Yeah. They are going to be part of those youth games, and they will be identified. And right now, as I'm telling you, there's another Lahia Ipinge. She did us very proud in Malawi, and we are pounding on her to be the same as this Lahia of ours, senior Lahia.
Okay. Now, Shasimana, let's talk about the future collaboration between the Ministry of ICT as well as Ministry of Sports. Are there any other future collaborations that we can expect?
Yes. When we say sport has the power to unite a nation, so expect more collaboration between MICT and Ministry of Sport and the Namibia Sport Commission. But at the moment, we want to promote the establishment of the supporters club, and also, number one, we also want to promote and market the national supporters jersey that was just launched. Because first, people need to understand, why do we have to have a national supporters jersey? So that they start also buying into this idea to say, I'm part of Team Namibia. Whether it's boxing, whether it's soccer, whether it's athletes at Paralympic Games or Olympics, we should come together and wear this Namibian national supporters jersey to create that common identity as one team, so that we are seen as a cohesive fan base, and we go out there to support our team. So we are going to, through the National Pride program, we are going to make sport a central pillar of promoting unity and national pride among our people.
Unfortunately, we are out of time, but the last word goes to you, Madam Joan. Let's talk about the arrival of the athletes. We did indicate that they are arriving tonight at 8:30 this evening. We do understand that it's a restrictive invitation, but what can we expect for those that might be following in terms of the news that are unable or they are not invited to attend?
Since the team is arriving very late tonight, so the welcoming task force comprised of a lot of entities, including NAMPOL. NAMPOL have advised that for the safety of everybody, let the big celebration not take place at the airport. So tonight, when the team is arriving at 25 minutes past 8, it is only those ones by invitation. On the 12th, which is the tomorrow, we are going to have a parade. The parade will start at 10 o'clock at Sneyman Circle up to Soweto Market, and we anticipate that by 13:30 we should be done. So we will be presenting the team to the nation through the parade, and we hope that those ones that can share the streamline, they can do it. NPC, we have also communicated to them, but unfortunately at the airport, for the safety of the team and the safety of the nation itself, we were advised that it should only be by invitation.
By invitation.
Since the team is arriving at 8:30, and it means that by the time we are finished there, it will be beyond 9 o'clock.
Okay, well, just give him enough time to rest.
Yes.
But thank you to both of you for making time to speak to us this morning.
Thank you for your guys.
Okay. Now, that was Joanne Manuel, the Director of Sport in the Ministry of Sports, Youth and National Service, as well as Shasimana Uugulu, who is the Deputy Director responsible for production in the Ministry of Information and Communication Technology, talking to us about that's the National Pride campaign that was running also in conjunction with the Ministry of Sports, more specifically some around focusing on the Paralympians that were participating in the Paralympics in Paris